various stages of what I thought I needed to look at and talk about when I thought about love, and I had various components that I would have in, and I'd take them out again, and so I'm left with a number here that right now these are the attributes that I believe we need if we're going to have love in our life. And let me quote from one of my earlier poems. I tell you, I am serious in this heart attack. What we find in each other is not something that we lack, but rather just a little more of what we each possess, even in our separateness. We are not alone. Our whole struggle about love is about not feeling full, not feeling whole, not feeling connected. One of the things that lots of people have what we call a metaphysical depression because I'm separate from you. No matter what I do, no matter how we attempt to connect, we are still separate. This is one of the reasons why sexual intercourse becomes so important for so many people, because it's one of the times when we experience, or can experience, don't necessarily all the time, but can experience this inside of each other. I'm inside of somebody, they're inside of me. And that's something that, so that's one of the reasons why people move towards sex, is that desire, that pleasure, and that need. We don't have time now to talk in detail about sex as it relates to love, but as it relates to intimacy, it oftentimes is a replacement for more fulfilling intimacy, because it gives us a sense of intimacy. There's something we don't feel with anybody else, or very few others.
Wouldn't it be a substitute and not a replacement?
Well,
in the sense that it isn't really ultimately what it appears to be.
Well, I agree. Yeah, technically, what you're saying is absolutely true. What happens as people live it out, though, is that it replaces the other because they don't have a henna.
It's a form of sensory deprivation.
Well, it doesn't have to be. See, there are other, part of what, and we didn't have time to talk about it here, part of the process of nurturing love is having lots of touch in one's life, having affection in one's life. People generally are what we call herd animals. We need to have a close group. We need to have contact with others, and we thrive much easier if we are having physical contact. Doesn't have to be sexual contact, but physical contact. Because when we do research on people who are happy, there are plenty of people who end up scoring really high on all the happiness scales that aren't having any sex in their lives. But they usually are having a lot of touch. So some form of touch is a crucial part of stuff. So as we go on here, here's the eternal riddle. Love helps heal us, but without healing, it's difficult to experience love. So how do we feel the love if we haven't had the healing? So healing helps us experience love, but without love, it's difficult to feel healing. So it's the surface riddle here is actually solved with if you look at things rather than in a black and white process, if you look at things as things happen at the same time. Things move in the same, they work with each other. And sometimes it's about faith. In the recovery community, we talk about fake it till you make it. And that's somewhat what we do sometimes We just don't know. We know that there's something we want to be able to have that's not sick and not unhealthy for us, and we just may not have a sense of how to get it and what it is. And so having some faith may offer us the opportunity to get at it, at least get close to it. So my necessary attributes are acceptance, forgiveness, generosity, accountability, vulnerability, and as part of that, intimate communication, trust, humility, and courage.